On today's episode of 5 Ingredients or Less with Mr. and Mrs. Muscle, we are making garlic and herb flavored mushroom tacos. Now, if you're wondering why mushroom, well, A, it makes a great substitute for beef, and B, I've had red meat twice already in this week. That's my limit, so it's got to be mushrooms. Right, what you're gonna need is about 500 grams of mushrooms. They can be cremini mushrooms or white button mushrooms, some garlic and herb seasoning, a red onion, 250 grams of cherry tomatoes, and some tortillas. Now, for me, I like the crunch, so I'm gonna have the taco shells. Mrs. Muscle is gonna have the tortillas. Right, let's get started with the recipe. So the first thing we're gonna do is process these mushrooms. Now, you need a food processor. I have a blender. It is possible, but make sure you don't make the mistake that I've made in the past, which was use high power blending because it turns it into mush. Right, let's see if I get it right this time. So make sure to dump all your mushrooms in. Let's see. Come on. Oh my gosh, it's a lot. Right, I'm gonna have to do this in 2 sittings. Let's pray this works. Okay. Right. Start with 1 or 2. Good. Good, we're off to a good start. But now it's stuck. So all you gotta do, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. All right, let's go again. Good. Right, I'm gonna come back when this is done, so you're not here waiting for this to be finished. Come on, blender. So once you've finished fighting with your blender, your mushrooms should look minced. Thank you for that. You're gonna transfer it into a glass dish. Get as much of it out as you can. Make sure there's no big bits. And if there is, well, lucky for somebody. Right. Try and get that all out. Come on. This blender just likes fighting with me. I don't know why. If someone knows a better way of getting this out, please let me know in the comments below. Right. Okay. What we're gonna do next is get a little bit of olive oil. Now remember, this does not count as your main ingredient, but you're just gonna drizzle a small amount, not a lot, tiny amount. There we go. Some salt and black pepper. Again, small amount of the salt. Remember what I said to you if you watched the last episode, no dashing too much salt on there. Same, little pinch of black pepper. Come on. There we are. And then we're just gonna give that a little mix. Now remember, just gently mix the mushroom. You don't wanna turn it into mush. There we go. Right. The next thing we need to do is transfer this to a baking tray. Can you believe it? I forgot to do it again. Preheat the oven. Please remember, preheat the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. There we go. I always do this. Welcome to my crazy kitchen. Okay, so we're gonna transfer this to the baking tray. Try and get it as even as you can. I can see some big bits in there. Shh, don't tell Mrs. Muscle. There we go. Right, that's plenty enough. Right, so all we're gonna do is just try and spread this out across the tray. See if you can see that, good. Try and spread it evenly. You want it to cook right through because what we're gonna do is bake this for about 15 to 20 minutes and then we're gonna add in the garlic and herb seasoning and mix it in again. All right, so once you've kind of spreaded that out, straight into the oven it goes. The next thing we have to do is cut the onions. Now, I've come prepared. You're not gonna defeat me. There we go. Again, if anybody can tell me how to prevent onions from making you tear up, I would love to know, because I hate this part. Right, so we're gonna cut one red onion, go, into slices. You want nice big slices. Come on, Mike. I called in extra backup, Mrs. Muscle. Say hi.
Yeah, you can just save the day because I don't know what is going on here.
I can't do the onions, man. I already got defeated, but still, I'll have these. You can cry. I don't mind. I'll start on the tomatoes. So, whilst Mrs. Muscle is cutting up the onion into half slices, I'm gonna dice up these cherry tomatoes. Right, we don't have a second. Oh, we do have a second chopping board. Can I use this for tomatoes? Is that all right?
Yeah.
Should be good. For that, I have to ask for permission because she told me the other day, this isn't my kitchen, this is her kitchen. And I have to ask for everything.
I'm embracing you being in the kitchen though, I'm not gonna lie.
She likes the food.
I like being fed.
If you remember from the previous episode, she was like, she prefers her cooking. She's slowly...
I do prefer my cooking.
Wait. She's slowly coming over to my side.
Right. I do prefer it, but
well, I'm getting
I'm
better.
not gonna lie. Sometimes I'm too tired to cook, so it's nice being fed.
Ah, okay.
So I appreciate it. Appreciate the effort.
Don't worry, I've got plenty more recipes up here that's going to be coming out to you.
Okay.
Right. So, remember, you're going to dice up these tomatoes, cherry tomatoes. So at least I can do this part. There we go. Right. We'll be back when all of this is done. Let's actually see who can cut quicker, you or me. Let's see this.
Make me laugh when you cut. Why are you sawing through it?
So what then? How am I supposed to do it?
Need help.
I really do. Do you mind?
Oh, you're not gonna do it with me. You're just getting me to take over.
So, whilst Mrs. Muscle handles those onions and tomatoes, it's time to take out those mushrooms because we're gonna sprinkle it with the garlic and herb seasoning. Now, mushrooms are high in vitamin D. They are a great source of antioxidants. What else are mushrooms good for?
They are low in sodium.
Low in sodium.
Which is good for your blood pressure.
Yep. I said high in vitamin D. What's vitamin D good for?
Vitamin D.
The absorption.
It's the absorption of calcium. So stronger bones.
Stronger bones. Right. What you're gonna do is grab your garlic and herb seasoning. We're gonna sprinkle about a tablespoon. It would help if you open it. A tablespoon of the garlic and herb seasoning. We're gonna sprinkle it everywhere and then mix it in. And then what we're gonna do is put this straight back into the oven for another 5 to 10 minutes. Right, so let's give that a mix. That is looking good. To be honest, this actually looks like beef mince. You could really trick a few friends with this recipe. Right, just gonna mix that up. Viv, are you looking forward to these tacos?
I am.
So I'm expecting a 10 out of 10 rating.
I wasn't expecting to do half the work though.
Whoa, listen, all you did was the onions, you cried a little bit. Careful, it's hot. Okay, see, this is how it's supposed to look. Good job. I'll get there, I promise.
Yeah, you will.
Right, back into the oven for 10 minutes. And then that's it, you're pretty much done. They're ready to serve. Right.
Smells good.
Okay. I didn't forget my oven gloves this time. Right, let's go. See you in 10 minutes. So we have about 5 minutes left until those mushrooms are done. And so we are going to toast these tortillas. Now, I have made the mistake in the past of calling these tortillas, because I see 2 L's, but I think it's tortillas, if that's correct. You can pan fry these or toast them lightly in the pan for about 45 to 60 seconds, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna whack it into the oven. I feel like I can get more done that way. I can only fit 3. So I'm gonna bring out my taco shells. I should have opened this already. Sorry about that, guys. All right. You've gotta love the crunch from taco shells. I didn't expect there to be so much packaging. All right, we'll come back. Do you mind? Why are you laughing at me in the background? You've cooked with these before. You should already know that it comes in this much packaging and that I'm gonna struggle.
That's what it's so funny watching you.
Where are the kitchen scissors as well?
I don't know, they disappeared.
Okay, so after all of that palaver, we're gonna toast these shells as well. 5-10 minutes should do for the shells. And they're gonna go straight into the oven. And guys, there you have it. The recipe is pretty much done. So by the time I get back, these are gonna be ready to serve. Woo! Okay, gloves. Gloves. I will put warning signs on this episode. Caution, hot. All right. Always be safe. Better safe than sorry. There we go. Okay, so that mushroom is ready. The tacos look pretty much ready. Let's bring them out. Oof. Okay, so this is what we're dealing with. See that? We're gonna give it a mix. Be very, very careful. It is hot. There we go. Gentle mix, because we're gonna serve these into those tacos. Right. There we are. Again, very hot, be careful. Right. Let's see how these came out. Okay. Oh my gosh.
How you getting on?
You saw me struggle opening the cupboard.
This is
I'm
my
learning.
Netflix for the day.
I'm learning.
My YouTube for the day.
Are you ready to come and taste these tacos?
Yeah, are they ready?
They are ready. So we're gonna build these tacos. I'm gonna need your help, Viv.
You are?
Yes, making up the tacos on those soft tortillas. Right, we can build one at a time. Here you go. I'll have the shell. Okay, so we're gonna start by putting a little bit of the mushroom mince inside, and then it's gonna go mushroom mince, tomato, and then onions on top. Right, ready? We're doing it middle, side. You're the one that's got to build it.
We have to wrap it. What's the best way to wrap it?
Well, this is why I prefer the hard shells. Right, there you go. I'll give you a little bit. Right, that seems like is that right?
Yeah, a little bit more. What's that?
Yeah, you got more tacos there.
It's
Greedy, greedy.
Yeah, I need to eat. Yeah.
So the ingredients that I told you guys should yield around 6 tacos, but if you're like Mrs. Muscle, you're probably going to get like 2 or 3 tacos out of that, not 6. Right, okay, you can start adding your onions.
Do a giant taco.
You could.
Tortilla.
Right, you need to add your tomato first and then onion.
Okay.
Do you need a spoon, by the way? Yeah, go on.
Yeah, go on. He gets the spoon.
Go.
Too late.
Right. Now, bear in mind, we only used 5 main ingredients, but if you feel the need to, you can add be it some avocado, a bit of can you put mayo on tacos? Did we eat mayo on tacos? Or like some sort of condiment, if you like.
Yeah,
Right.
like a sauce to give it a little bit more flavour.
Right. So mine is nearly done.
Okay,
I am
I'm
so
trying to figure
fiddly.
out the best way to do this. I feel like you could give me a bit more.
I'm going to be honest. You should have just had the hard shells because mine is looking banging. Look at that.
I'm just going to imagine that I've got
I could
sauce.
actually. Okay, so there's Mrs. Muscle's, and here is mine. Right, ready for the taste test? Let's go.
I feel like I've got a bit of tortilla to get through.
That's good.
Thank you.
That's good. That is this could easily replace my beef mince. I could actually. This is brilliant.
Actually, it doesn't really need much of a sauce, does
It
it?
needs no sauce. It needs none. You know what? I was trying to cover my back. When I said you need some condiments, I know what Mrs. Muscle's like. All right, out of 10.
I'm not gonna lie, I like a sauce with things. I like dipping things.
But out of 10, honest, out of 10, what was this? Wait, before you answer, finish that. Try a bit of this one because you get, look at that, a lot more.
Crunch. I think it's like
No, wait.
two more for the crunch. I had crunch on this as well.
Oh, wait.
It was good. Not finished.
Slow it down. We're gonna wait for Mrs. Muscle to finish that bite before we get the rating.
You wanna try this one?
Definitely not. I'm sticking to my crunchy ones. You ready? Let me get my mic close. Oh, crunch. That's proper. How's that?
Okay, actually, I prefer it with the tortilla, but I like the crunch.
Okay. Out of 10 for the tortilla, out of 10 for the crunch, the taco shell. This is too good.
That one is more of a 7.
Okay.
This one is like 8, 9.
This is definitely a 10. Definitely a 10.
I feel like I don't give 10s, I don't know why.
She doesn't. She's so stingy. Yep. Right. Well, here is your garlic and herb flavored mushroom taco. It is spectacular. Until the next episode of 5 ingredients or less. Peace. Oh my gosh, I have to serve this up for you lot. This is banging.
People not getting fed.
Why is your face like that? Why are you so... Did you eat? Did you eat? Prior to this, was you eating? Alright, so do you not want taco shell? What do you want? Taco shell or the tortilla wrap?
Super good.